Ladies and gentlemen, I'm meadsyreplays. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are going to look at the GSPOT. Yes, the GSPOT, the GSOR 1008. Now, this is a very unique tank. I mean, it's a nice tank. When you play it correctly, it can be a very, very nice tank because of the fact that it's got Hesh. Anything with Hesh has the potential to be a fantastic tank. This is a tank destroyer in tier 8, doesn't have the best of armor profiles, doesn't have the best of DPMs, doesn't have the best of speed, etc. But what it does have is an auto loader Hesh gun. So things can turn in your favor very, very quickly if you're able to get that Hesh out. So looking at the stats, I mean, yeah, it's okay. The turret, nothing. The hull, nothing. So you're going to be penetrated by absolutely anything that comes your way. The DPM 2,473. To be fair, that's not actually that bad for what it is. Now, again, it is a tank destroyer, but I would probably recommend not playing it like a tank destroyer. It's more of a paper heavy. It's more of a paper heavy than it is a tank destroyer. But because of the lack of armor, I definitely wouldn't play it like a heavy either. It is more of a sit behind the team and hopefully farm some Hesh. If you want to play it like a tank destroyer, then yeah, I suppose you can sit at the back of the map and absolutely farm some damage with that Hesh. It's all about the Hesh. If this tank didn't have Hesh, then I would not think it's a good tank at all. So your reload for your magazine is 14.49 seconds. You have 2 shells with a 2.5 second intra-clip in between each shell. I mean, the intra-clip isn't too bad either. I wouldn't change it. I think it is definitely what it is. I think the tank is balanced. I don't think the tank is overpowered, and I don't think the tank is bad. It is perfectly balanced. Now, with that 2.5 intra-clip reload, I think that is also really, really balanced. It's not too much, and it's not too less. I mean, if it's anything less, then and you can get that Hesh out, you'll be able to do quite a lot of damage in a very short amount of time. So 2.5 seconds intra-clip, I think, is actually very, very fair. So you've got 260 alpha on your AP pen, which I think is decent for what it is. I think 260 is absolutely decent. And you also have 187 for your main Hesh. So again, very, very decent. The aim of the Hesh, I mean, those of you that don't know how to play Hesh, Hesh is HE, but with its high penetration, it has a higher penetration, very high, and it does the same amount of damage that HE does. So you can penetrate a lot of tanks from the side and most tanks that you're going to come up against from the rear. You're also going to be able to penetrate some tanks frontally with that Hesh, especially if you're going to come up against tier 7s. You'll be able to penetrate most things frontally with that Hesh. And of course, the reason that you need to get the Hesh out as much as possible is because it does 90 damage more than the normal AP. So 350 alpha for the normal AP and 440 for your HE. Of course, there is another HE as well that's cheaper, but it has less pen. I probably wouldn't even recommend running this. All depends on your credits. So if you're not bothered about using credits, then yeah, I wouldn't even bother running the cheap Hesh. I would just run the normal Hesh with the high penetration. So yeah, you need to try and get as much Hesh as you can out. Aim time is 3.3, not overly bad, to be fair. That's not too bad. And your dispersion is 0.335. Again, not overly bad, not fantastic, but it is okay. A-okay. The gun depression is, you've got 8 degrees of gun depression with a top speed of 49 kilometers an hour. So top speed is okay. Top speed is okay. And because of the speed, I mean, it's not the best. It's not like a grill or anything like that. It is a tank destroyer, and you've got to remember, it is a tank destroyer. But if you wanted to, you could also play this with your mediums. Go with your mediums, and that way, if you do go with your mediums, you'll be able to penetrate pretty much any other medium that comes in front of you. So yeah, overall, it's, you know, it can be a fun tank to play, but you could also get wrecked very, very quickly. Now, we've got a couple of games. The next game is a long game, so I'm going to probably skip some, but I do get stupidly, I wouldn't say stupidly lucky, but I get stupidly lucky. So, and I don't deserve the outcome of the game. So this game, of course, we are going to go up. Now, I could have gone down with my heavies, and considering the enemy only has one medium tank, I could have gone either way, but I chose to come this way because I don't really want to be in front of the heavies. And that is the aim with Hesh. You want to get either behind or to the side or as many tanks as possible. Now, here's a Ferdinand. Now, because of his angles, we can't penetrate his side with Hesh, but we can penetrate his lower plate. So that's 1,000 damage done. In 2.5 seconds, that is 1,000 damage done. Now, I do mess up quite a bit this game, and I could have actually done a little bit more damage than I currently got. Thanks to this Ferdinand, or thanks to the AMX 1319, who takes his attention, and I get another Hesh shot into his rear. So now I'm going to look at the team, and I'm thinking, okay, this EXP is not facing me. I might as well go for him. So again, nice Hesh, just look, it's butter. From the rear of tanks, it is absolutely butter. A bit of a low roll there. I mean, not quite of a low roll, but, you know, it's not the 500 to higher 400s, but we still do more damage than we would if we were shooting the AP. So that is now 2,300 damage done. I'm thinking, okay, is this guy looking at me? He's moving forward. No, he's not. Am I going to be able to get these shots? Now, that first shot was nice. But this, I mean, I could actually penetrate him. I don't know why I changed. I could have actually penetrated him with HE there. But I decided to go for the AP, and I accidentally double click it. So then it reloads straight away. And very, very, very annoying, because that actually cost me quite a lot because I die. We do end up winning the game. I still do 3,000 damage, but I completely messed up there. Should have just gone for the Hesh. I didn't bother, and I paid the price, and I died. So the next game, we have Oasis Palms. This time, we are actually top tier. So we're just going to fast forward just a little bit. This is the KV3, and look, we can penetrate his lower plate very, very easily. However, we keep missing the... My problem at the moment is, I don't know why, but my controls are all different. I had to reset all my controls. Since the last update, my controls have never, they wasn't the same as they was before. So anyone that knows, like, has played the game for a while, you get used to a certain setup. If that changes in any way, it really does throw you off your game. And that is what has happened here. It's changed ever so slightly. After every battle, I'm moving my controls around ever so slightly. Sometimes it could be like millimeters, just a tad left or a tad right for your controls. But yeah, just I'm annoying. It's annoying because I keep missing the fire button because it's not where I usually be. And I'm annoyed with myself again because shots like that, like, I don't know why I even attempted to go for that shot. That is the thing with Hesh. It doesn't go through buildings, or it doesn't go through things like that. So do remember that, because it just absorbs. STA there, butter, absolutely like butter. But unfortunately, right at the start of the game, within 2 minutes, I am now sadly a one-shot. My own fault, I messed up, and I am now paying the price. Another nice HE shot into the side of that Annihilator. Unfortunately, I couldn't quite get my second shell, but I don't want to reload yet because there are a few tanks around. And again, I do the same here, the Tiger. You can see that because I zoomed out and I started to move back because I missed the freaking fire button. Sadly, when I do finally pen, I only splash him. So I only do just over 100 damage. But so far, I'm still on 3k. You know, for a tier 8 tank, I'm still on 3k. I've still played my part, and there is still a bit more damage to do. Again, another nice shot into that Tiger 1. I meant to do that shot. I just wanted to splash him as I'm moving back. I didn't want to expose myself for too long. So I didn't want to risk it, because at the moment it's now a 3 versus 4, well, a 4 versus 3. We are losing on supremacy points, so that could be absolutely crucial later on in the game. So that poor THN, or whatever the freaking tank is over there, he's TNH. He's having a tough time. He's being pushed. The Tiger 1 is looking, and I just back in. No, I do not want you shooting me. every time I get the chance to, every time I don't have any targets, if I've got one shell left, I do try to go for the reload because, you know, having 2 shells is better than 1. But what is annoying is when you do go for the reload and then all of a sudden the shot becomes available. And unfortunately, I do again only get the 133 hit points. Now, again, that is the thing with Hesh. High risk, high reward. Sometimes you've got to just go for it. You know, you've got to risk it. You've got to go for it if you want to do that damage. And sadly, sometimes you're only going to do a bit of splash damage. So, you know, you've got to go for it. It's a risk. If you want to use the Hesh, it is an absolute risk. So now it is just a 2 versus 2. We're losing on supremacy points, so we have got to do something. Now, I didn't go for the Hesh there into that Chimera because I knew that I could pen him. And either way, if I was shooting the Hesh, it would still take 2 shots to kill that guy. So I decided to go for the AP because at least it's not going to splash. It might bounce, but you could see how easy it was for me to penetrate that guy. And again, the Tiger won. Now, I really wanted to go for that second shot. I'll be able to kill him, but he started to look at me. And when it's a 2 versus 2, and we are now pretty much both one-shots, I did not want to risk anything. I do, however, get the shot on the Tiger 1, and it's now just a 1 versus 1 with me and the Chimera both one-shot. So at this point, anything can actually happen. And I'm annoyed with myself because I could have killed this guy. I could have killed the Tiger 1 a lot sooner, and it would have been an easy win. But the enemy, I don't know where he's gone. No idea where he's actually gone. So I'm just sitting here for a little bit, but then I'm thinking, supremacy. The time is running out. We have less than 2 minutes on the clock, and I'm just thinking supremacy because he almost has, he's coming up to 900 supremacy points. We're coming up to 700. So I'm thinking the first thing I need to do is to see if he's around this way, get my shot off. If he's not around here, I need to play supremacy how supremacy is supposed to be played. And that is, of course, go and retake Cap C. That's the only way, unless I go searching and I can find him very, very quickly and I get the kill. You know, it might not pay in my favor. It might not go in my favor. He might spot me before I spot him, and he might be able to shoot me before he's even spotted. So I need to play it safe. You know, I've got 4.7k damage. I've done a decent job. But I need to now finish this off. And this is always what I've never been the best at, is finishing the job off. I crumble when it comes to things like this. So at least if I take the cap, we are now going to be advantaged. So as long as he don't start capping a base anytime soon, my points is now going up. Double, his points are not moving. And there is only 35 seconds left on the clock. He does start capping base A. He should have started to cap base B, if anything, but he decides to start capping base A. So currently he's still not getting the points. By the time he has got base A, I am now beating him on supremacy points. At this point, I don't want to risk anything. I'm just going to try to go for the blind shots just to see if he's there. And we win very easily. So overall, it was a nice win. I don't deserve the win, in all honesty. I did make a few mistakes, and it was annoying how I won. I would have liked to just won, like, earned. I wanted to earn it. However, I still get the mastery badge. It was still a decent amount of damage, and this is what this tank is actually capable of doing. Put it in the right hands, put it in the right position, and you can have a very, very exciting, fun time. So let me know your thoughts on the GSOR, otherwise known as the G-Spot, because it can be very satisfying. Hope you enjoyed it. I'm Meadsy, and I'll catch you all soon. Bye-bye. With